So on November 23rd, Avi Loeb released brand new data about 3I Atlas. And with it, we have officially crossed into the territory of the 13th anomaly. And honestly, this might be the strangest one yet, because it's not about chemistry, not about jets, not about rotation. It's about mathematical precision that should be physically impossible for any natural comet. Right now, 3I Atlas is drifting toward Jupiter, preparing for a close approach on March 16, 2026, barely 4 months from now. Astronomers across the world
Look
are
at the
watching this
synchronization.
object with an
It's
intensity
repeating
normally
exactly.
reserved for
But the
planetary
energy
missions.
signature is
Over
spiking.
230
It's
observatories
definitely
have been feeding
artificial.
continuous data into NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory system. And with all of that combined information, NASA scientists calculated that 3I Atlas will pass Jupiter at exactly 33 million miles. More precisely, 33.21 million miles. Now here's where things get jaw-dropping. Jupiter has what astrophysicists call a Hill radius, basically an invisible gravitational bubble, where Jupiter's pull is strong enough to capture objects. Outside that bubble, the Sun overwhelms everything. This radius is not a guess. It's derived from extremely rigid physics. Jupiter's mass, the Sun's mass, orbital position, the works. And when Avi Loeb calculated Jupiter's Hill radius specifically for March 16th, he got a value of 33.24 million miles, meaning 3I Atlas will be passing Jupiter within 35,000 miles of the exact theoretical boundary, 35,000, out of 33 million. To put that into human scale, imagine blindfolding yourself, standing at the opposite end of a football field, throwing a dart, and landing within 0.1% of the bullseye. Even that would be less precise than what we're observing. Statistically, this alignment should only occur once every 26,000 attempts, a random chance of 0.04%. But the deeper we looked, the stranger it became. Remember, 3I Atlas has been showing unmistakable non-gravitational acceleration, proof that some unknown force has been nudging it, altering its trajectory by amounts that gravity alone cannot explain. Scientists measured this acceleration at 5 times 10 save a U-day quertrude, which essentially means the object has been subtly changing speed and direction through a mechanism we don't fully understand. And guess how much that unexplained acceleration shifted its trajectory? 62,000 miles, almost exactly the amount required to move 3I Atlas from its original natural path, straight into Jupiter's Hill radius. So why does the Hill radius matter? Because right at that boundary lie the Lagrange points, small gravitational pockets where forces cancel out almost perfectly. These points are so stable that space agencies use them as parking spots for long-term missions. The James Webb Space Telescope is sitting at one right now. Minimal energy, maximum stability. So here's the unsettling implication. 3I Atlas is arriving exactly where you would position satellites if you wanted to release them around Jupiter with the least possible energy. And it got there after performing what looks suspiciously like a course correction. Naturally, scientists are split. 4 explanations are currently on the table. First, maybe the math is wrong. Maybe our calculations of the trajectory or the Hill radius are off in some subtle way. But with hundreds of observatories providing measurements and NASA's JPL Horizon system refining the orbit daily, the uncertainty is only 61,000 miles, still well inside the matching range. Even with errors included, the alignment still holds. Second possibility, natural outgassing. Comet jets could theoretically push 3I Atlas with just the right magnitude and angle to cause this shift. But comet outgassing is chaotic, random, messy. Getting a correction of precisely the right size in precisely the right direction is like dropping a handful of glitter into the wind and having all grains land on the same square inch. Possible? Maybe? Likely? Not really. Third explanation, pure coincidence. The view held by about 70% of astronomers. Maybe this is just a bizarre statistical accident, one of those cosmic roll-of-the-dice moments the universe occasionally throws at us. But Avi Loeb challenges this, noting that we've only detected 3 interstellar objects ever, the third one landing on a 1 in 26,000 target. That's like buying 3 lottery tickets and hitting the jackpot on the third. And then of course there's Avi Loeb's own hypothesis, that 3I Atlas possesses some form of propulsion, something capable of intentional maneuvering. A device, a probe, a craft with a mission, not necessarily alive, not necessarily crewed, but directed. But right now we have no direct evidence of any technology, no radio transmissions, no heat signatures, no visible thrusters, nothing concrete, just the precision, the acceleration, and the probabilities. And as always, extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence. But here's the extraordinary part. No matter what the explanation is, it's revolutionary. If this is coincidence, we just witnessed one of the rarest probability events in modern astronomy. If this is natural but precise outgassing, then comet physics is about to be rewritten. If the calculations are wrong, then we correct them and improve trajectory predictions for every interstellar visitor to come. And if there is any technological element involved, then this is the biggest discovery in the history of humanity. So what do you think? Is this an insane stroke of luck? A natural but exotic physical phenomenon? A hidden calculation error we'll uncover soon? Or the first subtle hint of something else? Something we've never seen, never imagined, but are finally beginning to glimpse. The next few weeks will bring new measurements, new data, new clues, and slowly the truth behind this unbelievable trajectory will begin to reveal itself. Until then, the universe leaves us with one more mystery to ponder.